The government announced it would commit $604 million over 4 years in extra pharmx funding to cover up to 54 medicines, including 26 cancer drugs. It is expected to help around 175,000 patients in the next 12 months. Ministers have been scrambling to fix National's broken election promise after it failed to fund 13 specific cancer treatments in last month's budget. Infuriating and upsetting patients. Health Minister Shane Reti said some of the newly funded drugs would be available from October or November. From then, the rest will roll out over the following 12 months. Malcolm Mulholland is the chair of Patient Aotearoa, Patient Voice Aotearoa. He lost his wife to breast cancer in 2021, and he's had his own journey with cancer with an aggressive form of prostate cancer, and he's been campaigning for better access to drugs for 5 years. And he joins us now. Malcolm, good evening.
Hi, Leah.
This is a game changer, my friend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty big news. I mean, pharmx have never had this type of injection of funds, nor have they funded this many medicines, in one fell swoop. So it's great news.
It makes sense, doesn't it, to have given pharmx an overall funding boost, do you think, rather than tying the cash to specific drugs?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, of the three options that were presented to Cabinet, I was always confident that they would select this option. I think either directing pharmx to fund those 13 cancer drugs or setting up another agency to bypass pharmx was always going to run the risk of political interference, and certainly the government would have been criticised because of that.
Sure. So the ball is now in pharmx court, Malcolm. It's believed the new cancer drugs should be available, according to Dr. Reti, in the next 3 months. But obviously, for some, that will still be too long to wait, won't it?
Yeah, it will be, unfortunately. And a lot of cancer patients were hanging their hopes on the drugs coming online as of 1 July, which was in National's manifesto.
Sure.
So, for some they will be disappointed, but at the very least, eventually, they will be funded.
Yeah. How fast, do you know or not that cancer drugs come on board, meaning that list of 13 that was originally put together, some of them on that list are now inferior compared to the latest drugs. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So my understanding is that, there are about 6 or 7 that are currently on the options for investment list, and for the other outstanding 6 or so, Dr. Reti has informed pharmx to fund either the same or better. And it could be that, for example, one of the melanoma drugs or one of the bowel cancer drugs is something better out there, and that would be a great win for patients.
I see, though, Malcolm, it is fantastic news, but some oncologists are saying now this, of course, the worry could be that there won't be the staff or support to administer these new drugs. Goodness.
Yeah, that's right. My understanding, though, is that there was additional funding announced in conjunction with the 604 mil. I think it might have been around 38 million to help with the influx of drugs coming into the public health system. But you're absolutely right. There are some long-standing issues when it comes to the number of oncologists in New Zealand. I think the public would be shocked to learn that probably at best we've got anywhere in the vicinity of 60 to 80 oncologists who treat patients in the public system, and many of them are just part-time. Most of them are based in Auckland. So, that's slim pickings elsewhere. But that's been a long-standing problem, and that's something that the government has to address.